You know, in China, mm, we learned English as the first foreign language. Um, no matter where you're from, big cities, small country, small town, students definitely pick up English to learn. I bet maybe quite similar situation in your country, if you are not an English native speaker. Um, but although you're from English speaking country, maybe uh you have to learn another foreign language like French, Spanish, or Chinese, right? So actually, I try to say um to share some experience of foreign language learning and actually which is the bad experience. Um, you know, take myself as an example. I would like to say I started learning English after I finished my English learning at school. I know it sounds ironic, but in my case, it is true. Uh, that's why I always think um, in China, the English education, I think there are a lot of problems. Um, the worst, the worst problem is that the methodology in schools, teachers just focus on grammatical stuff and to analyze, let's say some passages, one line by one line. And I don't know, I recall the days I sit in, let's say, my junior high, senior high. It it was a torture. Um, because that English wasn't a live language. It seems like they turned English language to be like a math or scientific subject, you know. Um, I personally don't agree with that because the bad point is it really can ruin students' interest, or maybe the first impression was really bad because just something really boring, and we are human beings. It really resists our human nature. Um, so, so I think I totally um, understand how I felt and understand how uh, all other students feel. So, um, I don't know, in your country, is it quite similar? And do teachers really just focus on how to pass the exam and how to take the right answer on some grammatic tricky questions, something like that? In China, in our school education, the English part, I think lack of students lack of the chances to practice the listening and speaking. Um, yeah, and I think these two aspects are the foundation um, of any languages, I think. Uh, so you know, I let me compare. Like I have some friends from European countries like Austria, Germany, Norway. you know, they actually how to say? I wouldn't say like they are really native speakers level, but very very close. And then I asked some of them, how you guys pick up English and how did you learn when you were a child? And pretty much they all share that they how to say like automatically input a lot of English sounds, um, songs, movies, whatever. But I think in their childhood, the foundation already form up. Um, but maybe that is the core difference. Yeah. You know, I'm a native speaker of Mandarin Chinese, and we definitely kind of naturally, automatically, just pick up the language or speak out the language. Uh, I don't even call we learned. I mean, um, as a language, I mean, as a tool. Um, yeah, so I think, mm, well, maybe, there are some differences, between two languages, but I think in general there are similarities, something common. For example, they're all sound, and so in the end, we learn the language for communicating, right? Uh, for using it. Uh, as long as um we we have this purpose, so we definitely should really just sharpen our ears, hearing, and also speaking abilities, right? So what I want to say is, in my country, in China currently, uh, even currently, I think pretty much quite the same, the teaching methodology, as when I was a teenager. So I think it's a pity. To some extent, it really a waste of time. Let's say an ordinary Chinese kid, start, starts learning English, mm, like from grade 3 or even earlier. Some cities they start from grade 1, and at least 10 years when they graduate. When they graduate from like high school or university, and then even make it longer. So it turns out that a lot of students still quite struggle with, expressing um, their minds, their thoughts uh, in English. So what's the point? I, yeah, I mean, so maybe in your country, you have similar methodology, or in your country you really follow the language learning logic, which is listening, speaking, reading, writing. Uh, if you if you are in this kind of like a system, then good on you. I think it really shorten your time to get it. Um, so yeah, and if you are from the English speaking country, how do you learn your foreign language? How do teachers teach uh, teach you the foreign language? Do they uh, also kind of focus on grammar, focus on answering the papers, or they really try to immerse you guys into this pocket language environment. Yeah, I think we can share. We can even discuss, communicate. Actually, I'm quite interesting. Um, because I now currently I teach Chinese to my foreign students, and now I'm based in Vietnam. And I also my part-time job still teach English to my Chinese students. Well, you can see, well, my English, of course, is not perfect. But I think at least I can say for communication, it's okay. So that's why no matter what language I teach, I pretty much focus on the language ability itself, like how much you can say, how much you understand, uh, something like that. So um, yes, I think pretty much I wanna know the language education, the foreign language education in your area, in your country. Um, yeah, because I don't think I can really travel uh, every country in the world. Although it's kind of my dream on my wish list because of time. So through the internet, maybe uh, from my side, I'm eager to get to know this information. Um, and from your side, I have shared this language education in China. So now you know how this like. Okay. By the way, my English name is Alan. It's Alan. Of course, 100% made in China. Um, yeah, so I wish you have a good day. Um, see you.